What's up, everybody? Welcome to The Revival. My name is JJ, and the PS5 has finally been revealed. So I know most people who do this kind of thing will wait or not wait and just do like videos like the day of and stuff like that. I just things have been so crazy busy. I clearly haven't even really had time to think about shaving or getting a haircut. Sorry about that. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that things are kind of. My cat Locke, who was in one of my previous videos, who has been back at the vet. Just some things going on there. So it's been a long few weeks, and so I'm finally able to catch up a little bit. I don't think I'm too late on this one, just a couple of days, which I think is totally forgivable. At least for me, it would be. So if it's not for you, then I apologize. There's really not much I can do because I don't have a time machine. I can't go back in time, so kind of stuck. Sorry. Anyways, I also wanted to watch it, the whole presentation again, because I wanted to, the first time I did it, I totally just watched it just for me and wanting to, you know, see everything as a fan and all that stuff. And the second time I watched it through, I wanted to write down the games that really caught my eye, and you know, some thoughts that went along with it and stuff, just to kind of be a little more familiar with it. So, it sucks that we don't have E3 this year. So this is kind of how we're gonna do, because normally I would do like, you know, the past couple of years I've done my pre-E3 stuff where I like make predictions and things I'm looking forward to, and then E3 would roll around and I'd talk about each conference separately and all that stuff. It's unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is, and it is the current world we live in, unfortunately. But this is still cool to see, and you know what? Honestly, I'm totally on board with. I'm just glad we got something. I'm totally on board with them doing presentations, Nintendo Direct style, just presentations online, and a bunch of videos spliced together, and you know, I enjoyed it. It was cool. So on the presentation, it was like a little over an hour long, which is always cool to see. The main things that caught my eye, game-wise, if a game that you thought looked amazing that I don't mention here, if I can talk, I swear. If there was a game that you thought was amazing and I don't mention it here, I apologize. These are just the ones that kind of spoke to me and made me go like, wow, I really want to check that out. So there's so many games. There's so many games out, and there's so many more coming, and it's just like man, there's so many games. All right, so. First and foremost, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. The Spider-Man on PS4 was spectacular. It was an amazing game. I absolutely freaking had a blast with it, and I legitimately cannot wait to see what they do with the next one. Even if it has like the same gameplay, which I'm sure for the most part it will be, and all that stuff. Honestly, I've platinumed the Spider-Man, and I was ready to play more. Man, if there was more to do, I 100% would have been on board. That being said, I did not do the DLC, so I kind of just contradicted myself there. I realized that, but I was also working on my list, and I needed to move on to another game. But I am totally, because I haven't gotten more Spider-Man in a while, I'm ready for some new stuff on PS5, and I'm totally stoked to see that. So. Yeah, that was definitely the first game that caught my eye, for sure, was new Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Second one, and I wrote them all down here. Second one that came up that caught my eye, and this might seem kind of like out of place compared to all the other ones for me, but that's Gran Turismo 7. It's a nostalgic... I have nostalgia for Gran Turismo, especially Gran Turismo, the one that was on PS2. I can't remember if that was 2 or 3. But I played the hell out of that game, and I remember I talked about it a little bit in my PS2 collection video, where I would bring that game and my PlayStation over to my friend John's house, and we had our own TVs and our own games and stuff, and we weren't playing together, but we played next to each other, and our other friend Justin was over with his as well, and we all were just sitting there just playing Gran Turismo, doing these races. It was really cool because like you have some of the races that are like 100 laps long, where you're just doing these long races and hoping that you get one of the cars that you want at the very end when they do the little like lottery kind of thing. And if you don't, it's heartbreaking. But if you've got other people in the room and you're just hanging out talking and stuff like that, it's a lot easier to go through that stuff because you're talking, you're BSing, that kind of thing. So I haven't bought a Gran Turismo game in a while, and I think it'd be cool to just get one and check it out just for old time's sake. My favorite racing game, hands down, is Forza Horizon series. I love those games like to the moon and back, and that's probably because of the open world aspect. But Gran Turismo, because of the memories I have with the PS2 one, that is still something that I look at and think is kind of cool. And I like the whole getting different cars, upgrading them, and having your own garage and all that thing too. So Gran Turismo 7. Sorry, as I said, I wrote these down and my handwriting sucks, so I read this next one as Ratchet and Clark. So Ratchet and Clark, everybody. Ratchet and Clark. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is... I gotta say, man, I have never played a Ratchet and Clank game. Ever. And every time I see a trailer for any of them, I'm always like, that looks really cool. I should give it a shot. I should try it out. I still have not. I think I only own like one of the offshoot games on my PS2, and that's it. I don't own any of the other ones. I think there was a remaster that came out, and I may have picked it up. Am I wrong? Am I bonkers on that? Maybe. I don't know. I think I would have. I think I did. Maybe. Am I crazy? I don't know. Either way. If there is, then I'll get it. If I'll look after this, because I don't really feel like getting up and... Yeah, anyways. It looks cool. The whole, like... I don't even know how to explain it, but like how they had the like fuzzy, glowy spot, and then they would just grapple to it, and then they would all of a sudden be in the next location. Like, it was just really weird, like falling down through different worlds, and you really just have to go see the trailer for it, because it's a lot of mind-bending stuff, and I thought it just looked really, really fun. So I'm super stoked to see and learn more about that, and hopefully play one of them. So, yeah. Next up, Project Athia, or Athia, however you say it. New Squaresoft game. Wow. Gorgeous. Just absolutely beautiful. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to think. Just looks like a game that just screams just depth and scope and just a wide open world with just some beautiful, beautiful scenery. And I absolutely cannot wait to hear more about it and learn more about it. There really wasn't much other than just like, some vast open scenery that it showed, and I think like a couple of monsters and stuff. And man, it looks really, really cool. So definitely looking forward to hearing more about that. No, next one, and this might just be because I now have a cat and have turned into a bit of a cat person. The game Stray looked kind of neat. I don't know, I thought it looked neat. It looks like it takes place in a world where humans are like gone or not there or something. And it's just run by robots who are like human-like. And I'm assuming you play as a stray cat with a little backpack on who walks around in the streets and stuff. And I just thought it looked so neat and adorable. So I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more about that as well. Next is Kina, Bridge of Spirits, or Kena, however you say it. I don't know how to pronounce stuff. I just don't. I'm sorry. I am bilingual. I speak English and Dutch, but I don't know how to pronounce most stuff. I don't even know how to pronounce stuff in those languages most of the time. So, anyways. Bridge of Spirits. I thought this game, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's kind of cute and stuff. And they started showing like a little bit more in some of the gameplay and everything. And it just looks like such a fun little adventure that I think is going to be really, really cool to see where it goes and to learn more about it. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to see where that goes. Yeah. Jet: The Far Shore. Normally a game that looked like this, I probably wouldn't really pay that much attention to. I'd be curious and stuff, but there's just something about it that just made me, like, it just screamed scope to me. Not the mouthwash. The dad joke. Yeah, because okay. Yeah, I don't even know how to, like, it just showed, like, starts out showing like a small little village, and then all of a sudden it shows satellites in space, and then space exploration showing coming down on a planet, and like there's just so much to take in on that. And it was a little artsy, but just, I don't know, it just really, really, for some reason, just grabbed me, and I'm really, really curious to see more about that as well. So yeah, that's the one downfall to having these presentations is 9 times out of 10 we don't get to see like gameplay and that kind of thing like we would have at E3. I think some of them are going to do like their own presentations later on, but like as far as the main presentation, sometimes you'll have somebody come in and do a little bit of gameplay and show you a little bit during the main presentation. And I kind of missed that a little bit, and I would have liked to see that with a few of these games. I think the closest we got was the Ratchet and Clank one. Sorry, Ratchet and Clark. And they showed like a whole slew of things that you could do in there, which was really, really neat. Horizon Forbidden West. Damn. Horizon Zero Dawn is one of the best games I've ever played, hands down. I still want to go back and try to get the platinum on it. I'll have to probably play through the whole thing again because I didn't make the best decisions while playing. And I think I kind of locked myself out of getting a few of the trophies. But the game itself was just so darn good, and I loved the world, and Aloy as a character is really cool, and just everything about it was fascinating, and it played so well, and it was just a beautiful presentation, and everything was just wonderful about it. And I cannot wait to see more of that world, that universe, those characters, and what they come up with, because it was just masterfully done, in my opinion, in the last game. So definitely looking forward to that as well. So those were the main games that stuck out to me that I was like, you know what, these are the ones that I'm going to keep my eye on moving forward. And so, which isn't to say the other ones that they showed looked bad or anything like that. That just didn't catch my eye as much as these did. So let's talk about the console itself. I don't hate it or anything. It didn't blow me out of the water either. My first reaction wasn't, oh wow, cool. My first reaction was literally, can I lay it on its side? Because it looks like the edges are curved. And my entertainment center upstairs, that's how I have my PS4, is on its side in a little slot, and I would love to just, replace that. So I hope you can lay it on its side. But I can't really tell from the pictures. If anybody has seen an interview or has better pictures or something where you can see for sure, let me know, because I'm curious. I honestly, that was the number one thing that jumped out at me was, can I lay it on its side? And that probably shouldn't be how it goes. That being said, I think it looks neat. I've seen a lot of the memes going around making fun of the appearance and stuff, and I think it's kind of a mixed reaction across the board. I don't hate it. It's fine. You know what? As long as it plays the games I want it to play, and I can have fun with it, I am totally on board. I'm totally fine with it. I guess there's going to be a disc version and a digital version. I think that's a good idea, because that probably means that it's going to be a little pricey, and this way they can cut out some of the cost by making a cheaper version without the discs in there. I'm still going to spring for the disc version, not only because of the physical media thing, but also because, as they've said, it's backwards compatible with PS4 games. So if I can just replace my PS4 with this, then I'll be happy to do that, because I can still, you know, keep my PS4 games up there and play those on the new system. Controller itself, I hadn't mentioned this because we've known what the controller is going to look like for a few weeks now, I think, and I don't know. I'm honestly not. I hate saying this because you know me, I try to be positive as much as possible. It looks a little cheap. Not that like the white Stormtrooper armor parts on it, I don't know, I just feel like those are going to just snap off somehow. I'm sure it'll be totally different once I actually hold it in my hands, and so I'm obviously going to get it, and I'm obviously going to play it, and I'm sure I'm going to love it, but I'm just saying, just at first glance, like, it looks like they'll just peel off or pop off or something, and I don't know, I worry about that. And I'm one of the least punishing people on my controllers ever. I've never broken a controller out of anger or thrown one or anything like that. You know, if I get angry when I'm playing a game, I just put it down and I go do something else. But I don't know. There's just something about it that just seems a little cheap to me. I'm sure it's not the case. You know, Sony has been doing this for a long time. They know what they're doing. I'm sure once we feel it, it'll feel solid and everything will be good. So I don't know. But yeah, so those are kind of my thoughts on the PS4 and the PS5 and the presentation that Sony put out and stuff. Overall, I liked it. Had a good time watching it. Had a good time watching it twice, to be honest with you. So what are your thoughts? Tell me down in the comments below. I'm curious to hear what other people think. I've talked to a few of you already, on Twitter and stuff like that. And again, as I always say, reach out to me on there. You want to just talk about games, whatever. And that doesn't mean you have to tweet at me or anything. You can private message me. I keep my DMs open. So by all means, please do. I like hearing what other people think, and you know, frankly, a lot of people have changed my mind in some cases. So, but thank you again for watching. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And as always, keep on gaming.